Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a star ornament out of paper clay. What you'll need is some creative paper clay, a cookie cutter, some freezer paper, a string for the star, a texture sheet, 2 dowels, a rolling pin or a bigger dowel to roll it with, a skewer, and some water. So what you'll need to do is take some of the paper clay out, and I've already rolled it up into a ball. Just want to flatten it down with your hand, and then you put the 2 dowels on either side of the paper clay and just start rolling it out. And what this does is keeps your clay the same width. So if you don't use the dowels, or you can even use pencils, what happens is your clay will be uneven. And then you want to see if this is big enough for your star, which it is. And I'm using freezer paper because I don't want the paper clay to stick to the desk or cardboard or whatever I'm using. So this is the texture sheet, and I'm going to try to get the center of it right in the center of my clay. And I can just press down, or I can use my rolling pin, which is actually just a big dowel. You can use a rolling pin if you have it. And make sure that imprint's there. I'll take it off and check. And it imprinted quite nicely. So then I'll just take my cookie cutter and place that with the circle in the middle, and then just cut. And I like to take away the paper clay that I'm not going to be using first. Make sure that cookie cutter went all the way down to the freezer paper. And just take that off, and there you have your star. And it's still quite flexible, and while it's still flexible, you'll want to take your skewer, toothpick, whatever you have, and make a hole in it so that you can hang it later. And you want to make the hole a little bit bigger than your string. This is a pretty skinny little string, but the paper clay does shrink just a tiny bit, so you want to make sure that hole's big enough to accommodate your string. And you see that there's some rough edges right there. What you can do is take a little bit of water and just smooth that out. You don't have to, but I like to finish the edges off. And so just gently go around and smooth that out. And then to let it dry, if you have this is a painting grid, but you can also use like a cookie rack. That just helps it to dry, let the air get all around it. And you can also put it in the oven, 250 degrees for about a half an hour. Keep an eye on that. And this is what you have, a paper clay star ornament.